step to balance the hydrogen atom. Here we write the hydrogen at the left hand side and at the right hand side. At the initial position, at the left hand side, it is a left hand side and hydrogen formed as a compounded form H2O, and the number of hydrogen atom is total 8. 4 2s are 8, multiply करने यहाँ पर 4 2s are 8. And at the right hand side, the number of hydrogen atom it is found as H2, and the number of hydrogen atom is only. So at the finally we balance both the side, and this time we balance at the right hand side because the number of hydrogen atom is 8 at the left hand side and at the right hand side it is only 2. So we balance here 4H2 and here 4H2, and finally we write in main equation 3Fe plus 4H2O will give Fe3O4 plus 4H2. Now let me check at the both side, the left hand side and right hand side. The number of iron atom is 3 at the left hand side, right hand side Fe3 is balanced. Hydrogen, the number of hydrogen atom is total 4 at the left hand side. At the right hand side, the number of hydrogen atom is, at the both side, 4 2s are 8 at the left hand side and right hand side is also 8. Now oxygen, the number of oxygen atom at the left hand side it is 4, and at the right hand side the number of oxygen atom is 4. It is called a chemical equation. Means balanced equation with the chemical symbol, that is called a chemical equation. As I told you, the 4-term chemical reaction, it means the old bond break, new bonds are formed. Word equation, as I told you, magnesium, burning of magnesium ribbon, combustion of the natural gas, these are the word equation which is written in word. Skeletal imbalanced equation, whenever it is balanced and written with a symbol, it is called chemical equation. Means we balance the Fe plus H2 with the Fe3O4 plus H2 is like this. 3Fe plus 4H2 will be Fe3O4 plus 4H2. In my previous lecture, I told you about how do we balance the left hand side and right hand side compounds. Means left hand side reactants and right hand side products. Now next step I told you about that whenever after the balancing the equation, it is compulsory to write their physical state. Means mention the physical state in next step. Iron. Iron is solid in form. So in bracket we write S. S for solid, L for liquid, G for gas. If any solution, then we mention the aqueous, AQ. Clear? So iron is solid in state. So in bracket we write S plus H2O. Water is in liquid in state. We write L. Will give Fe3O4. Ferric oxide, it is solid in form. Ferric oxide is solid in form. We write here S, and H2 hydrogen is in gaseous state. That's we write in bracket G. So the next step is to mention, after the balancing we mention their physical state. If it is solid, then we write S, liquid then L, then gas then G, and if it is aqueous in solution we write AQ. If anyone is gaseous in state, write the G and also mention the arrow above that particular compound. The hydrogen is in gaseous form, we mention the arrow. If anyone is in their precipitate form, it is written as I told you that in my previous lecture I told you this example, lead nitrate, when it is react with the potassium iodide, it forms the lead iodide TbI2 and KNO3. Potassium lead iodide and potassium nitrate. First let me start the balancing here. Here the number of nitrate group is 2. The number of nitrate group is we balance at the right hand side. The number of nitrate atom is 2, so that's here we write 2. Whenever we write here the 2, the potassium atom is number 2, so at the left hand side we write here 2. Whenever we write here 2, the iodine is, the number of iodine is 2, so the lead I2 it is balanced. The lead Pb is 1, here the Pb is 1. Now it is a balanced equation. Again check lead Pb, the number of atom of lead left hand side 1, right hand side it is also 1. Nitrate group are 2, NO3 gold twice it means 2 nitrate group. Here the nitrate NO3 2 means 2 nitrate group. Potassium 2, number of atom of potassium is 2, here the number of potassium atom is 2. 2 is common for both potassium and iodine, so for iodine it is number of atom is 2, here the 2. So it is a balanced equation. I told you that you write the physical state. If it is any gas, then mention the arrow above that particular gas. If it is any precipitation, and we know that the lead iodide it forms the yellow precipitation. As I told you in my previous lecture, precipitation is insoluble solid which is settled down. It is mentioned like this at a downward arrow. Clear? Now, if any chemical reaction it require temperature, pressure or any catalyst, it is mentioned above or below the reaction. Which one is the next step? If any chemical reaction, if it is required temperature or pressure or catalyst, it mentioned above or below the arrow. How it's possible? With one example I told you. For example, 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O will give C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. Is it clear? Now let me start to balance. It is balanced or not. Number of carbon is 6. Here the number of carbon is 6. The number of oxygen 6 2s are 12, and here the also 12 number of oxygen. So total 24. Here the oxygen is 6 and 12 18, 18 and 6 24. The number of hydrogen atom is 24. The number of hydrogen atom is 12 here and 12 in 6 is 12 means total the number of hydrogen atom is 24. So it is a balanced equation. The next step is to write the physical state. CO2 is in gaseous form, we know very well. Water is in liquid state, that's why we write the L. The C6H12O6 it is aqueous solution. So after the C6H12O6 we write aqueous in bracket. Oxygen is gaseous in form, we write the G. Oxygen is evolved, we mention the arrow. H2O water is in liquid state, we write the L. But this reaction it requires sunlight and chlorophyll, that are the essential condition that is mentioned above and below the arrow. Sunlight is compulsory because this process is held in presence of sunlight. Sunlight is captured by chlorophyll. So here we mention the chlorophyll. So I told you that after writing the physical state, if any gas, mention the arrow above that compound. If it is precipitation, by the downward arrow we write that. If it is PPT, insoluble solid which is settled down. And if it required any condition, means if it required temperature, pressure, any catalyst, that we mention above or below the arrow. One example also. For example, CH4 is called methane. It is first hydrocarbon. Simplest hydrocarbon, first hydrocarbon. But I told you one example. How do we mention the catalyst? In a hydrogenation process, the unsaturated carbon compound CH2 double bond CH2 in hydrogenation process. I told you that if any chemical reaction it required catalyst How do we show it? For example, CH2 double bond CH2, it is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Why it is unsaturated? Because between the CH2 and CH2 the double bonds are. If any compound having the double or triple bond, it means जैसे आपको यहाँ पर दो लाइन दिख रही हैं, दो लाइन या तीन लाइन दिख रही है, it means वो unsaturated है. सिंगल लाइन दिख रही है, it means कि वो saturated है. Unsaturated hydrocarbon. In hydrogenation process, it means hydrogen is added, but it required catalyst. Nickel is added in unsaturated hydrocarbon. Catalysts are those substances which make the reaction faster in a particular direction. एक डायरेक्शन को रिवर्सिबल भी हो सकता है, इरिवर्सिबल भी हो सकता है, बट ये निकल यहाँ पर कैटालिस्ट है जो इस रिएक्शन को क्या कर फास्ट कर देगा. इट मींस अनसैचुरेटेड change into saturated. In hydrogenation process, the unsaturated hydrocarbon convert into saturated hydrocarbon. Now it is formed CH3 bond CH3. We write like this: C double bond C H2 H2. Because the carbon have the 4 valency 1 2 3 4. For this carbon 1 2 3 4. When hydrogen is added, because it is a hydrogenation process, one hydrogen is with the both carbon and it is formed the C bond C. एक यहाँ पर जो बॉन्ड है वो ब्रेक हो जाएगा और उसकी जगह एक एक हाइड्रोजन दोनों कार्बन के साथ ऐड हो जाएगा. लाइक दिस, दो हाइड्रोजन ऑलरेडी यहाँ पर है, जैसे यहाँ पर एक बॉन्डिंग यहाँ पर ब्रेक होती है, जो अनसैचुरेटेड ब्रेक होगा सैचुरेटेड बनेगा और कार्बन अपनी 4 वैलेंसी के साथ सैटिस्फाइड हो जाएगा. 1 2 3 4. This carbon also 1 2 3 4. Means nickel is essential. It is a catalyst. So if any chemical reaction it require temperature, pressure, catalyst, it is compulsory to mention above or below the reaction. Hello student, in previous session I told you about how to balance the chemical reaction and that method is called heat and trial method. Now we studied about the types of chemical reaction. The first type of chemical reaction is combination, addition, as well as called as exothermic reaction. The first type of chemical reaction is combination, addition, or it is called the exothermic reaction. The second one is decomposition reaction. Substitute reaction. Dissociation reaction. As well as it is called the endothermic reaction. Decomposition, substitution, dissociations or endothermic reaction. The third one is displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Or the second one is double displacement reaction. Displacement and the second one is double displacement reaction. The fourth one is redox reaction. Redox reaction is called as oxidation reduction or reduction oxidation. Oxidation and reduction reaction. The next one is neutralization reaction. The another one is reversible or irreversible reaction. Another one is catalyst reaction. Another one is, next one is also exo and endo, that is mentioned here. So there are actually many types of reaction: combination, addition or endothermic reaction, decomposition, substitute, dissociation reaction, endothermic reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, redox reaction, it is called the oxidation reduction, neutralization reaction, reversible or irreversible reaction, catalyst reaction. In first chapter only mention the four type of reaction: combination, decomposition, displacement, redox reaction. I also introduced about the neutralization reaction, reversible, irreversible reaction and catalyst. The one reaction of catalyst that I told you in my previous session, that the unsaturated hydrocarbon, it forms saturated hydrocarbon when a catalyst, nickel catalyst is added in it. This type of reactions are called the catalyst reaction. Reversible, irreversible, I already introduced you. Reversible means the type of reaction which moves in both direction, left hand side to right and right hand side to left hand side. Irreversible means a type of reaction which moves only in single direction, it toward the left to right hand side. This type of reactions are called the reversible reactions. First I told you the definition of the combination reaction. As its name, combination means combined to each. Which one is combined? Reactant means two or more reactant combined to each and it form a single product, that is called combination reaction.